Hello humans, and welcome to this week's weekly shave. This week we're not going to be using a soap or homemade or anything like that. We're going to be using a cream, and it's going to be Williams Ice Blue Big 50 milliliters extra, and this smell of this is awesome. I do love the scent of Williams Ice Blue. And this week's razor will be Flying Eagle razor with a bald end, short handle, plastic wraparound. It's not too bad a grip, very cheap razor, and probably with the thickest top cap I have ever seen, and surely the biggest top cap that I own. And inside is a Lord Platinum blade, which I haven't tried before. So this is going to be a new one. I know the Lord blades, and I'm a big fan of the Lord blades. They're really great blades, but I haven't tried this, so looking forward to it. Hope it performs as well as the other Lords. So we're going to start it. Wet the face. And we're just going to get the good old bowl, and we're gonna just squeeze out like that. I can get it. There we go. Let's take the brush and start lathering, and immediately that's very nice scent is coming up in my nostrils. See, it lathers nicely. Just gonna add a little bit of water. And should be ready to go, peaks and all. So I've only used this cream, once or twice before, but that was some time ago, so can't remember how it performed, but I'm about to find out yet again. Put that down. Be trying a Lord Platinum blade in the Flying Eagle razor. There we go. Nice and smooth blade. This razor is a very cheap razor, so can't expect miracles. But so far feels good. Cream is relatively dry, not practically non-existent slickness left on the face. So that's always bad thing. Leads to irritation. So, but as with any soap cream that doesn't leave, that's not very slick, you can always mix it up with either soap or cream that is very slick, and then balance it out and still use the product instead of just tossing it away. Nicked myself, damn it. That's what happens when you don't have a very slick, or at least somewhat reasonable slick leather. This leather could definitely benefit from some glycerin. Added in, or mixed in Uber leather. So but the blade and razor are performing well, as I suspected it would. I have tried the Flying Eagle razor before. It's not one of my favorites, but it'll work. So, funny story about this razor. I found it 4 or 5 years ago, I think. No, hell no. 2.5 years ago, on my dad's attic, and I had actually bought it in the early 90s as a kid in a shop that sells things for cheap. You know, not a thrift shop or second-hand shop, anything. Just a shop that sells cheap things, and no blades, of course. Probably bought it because I thought it looked cool, shiny. So probably played with it for a while, and then I put it away, and then I didn't think about it for 20 years at least. And as fate would have it, I found it about 6 months after I started de-shaving, after not having thought about it or seen it for 20 years or more. So that was a nice little surprise. So this is actually my very, 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 very first safety razor I ever bought. So that was a nice little find, a trip down memory lane. And it performs well. You know, I think I'm just gonna add a few drops of glycerin for the touch-up pass. And then I'm just gonna re-lather it back up. There we go. I'm gonna squeeze it, but it didn't feel like there was much left. But yeah, already now I can tell that the glycerin is doing its job, but there's really not much left at all. They are rare find, these flying eagles. I've seen a couple of them on eBay. Cost a pretty penny too. So, and you can get the handle in different colors, orange and green and whatnot. I can't remember if red was the only color they had back then, but they probably didn't have green, since that's always been my favorite color. So if they had green, I would have bought it, no doubt. So, but red, it looks nice. That looks nice too. So, yeah. This is basically just me overshaving. So I think that's it. Yeah. Nice shave. Nice shave. I would have nicked myself right there on my cheek if the cream had been slicker. So definitely need to add some glycerin, and that shouldn't really be necessary for any shaving soap or cream or whatever you have, especially not Williams, which is got a good reputation in the shaving world, I think. Well-known brand, so that was a little disappointing. So 50 milliliters extra isn't going to cut it. You think, oh, it's not that good, it's not that slick, we're just going to add some more and satisfy the customer. No, that's not going to do it, because then you just have 50 milliliters extra that will put you at risk of nicks and cuts. Yeah. BBS. Ow. So that's once again And there's nothing so satisfying and nothing that feels so great than when you've had a beard of any kind for a while, large or small, or full face or whatever, and then you go back to a clean shaven face. That's simply, oh, I love that feeling. I love that feeling. It looks like I might have to get the septic pencil out. I only cut myself in videos, mostly. Tend to cut myself more on videos than I do off camera. So makes me look like an amateur. I don't like that. Don't like that. Yeah. It was a little wasn't too bad after all, but I came in sideways and in a weird angle. That's why it hurts a little bit because of the angle. Yeah, I cut myself. So, and this is some, maybe I'm insensitive that I've mixed up with some witch hazel rose, so it's not as cooling as it was on its own, but I was running out, so I had to do something. I think it's a real shame that alcohol-free aftershave splashes, not lotions or balms, splashes, they are very, very expensive, and I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's a real bummer. So that's it. This week's shave. Chinese Flying Eagle Safety Razor, red, 3-piece, with a brand new Lord Platinum. Performed very well. The Lord blade performed just as well as I expected. They make awesome blades, and the razor itself did a fine job too. Did a fine job too. We used the Williams Ice Blue. Not too good. It's a bad cream. Not do well. So if you use this, keep in mind that, of course, your mileage may vary, but keep the glycerin if you have some nearby, just to slick it up a bit. Of course, I use my skull brush. I've ordered a new synthetic brush that will be here soon, so with little luck, you will get to see that next week. And until then, you know what to do.